Good morning.
Welcome to
Good
Celebrate.
morning.
We're grateful that you're here with us on Sunday morning. It's October 11th. It's the birthday of Thich Nhat Hanh, who is 93 years old. And what a blessing he has been to our world and continues to be. So I want to welcome our guests today, Casey James and Michael Madison, our speaker and musician extraordinaire, Michael, and Cee Jay Black, who will be doing our meditation with us.
Good morning.
So how's everybody doing?
Doing well. Good morning.
Awesome.
Looking at a green dot. By the way, if you see us looking up, that's because we're looking up
The big screen.
to see you. But if we're looking down, we're trying to pretend that we're seeing you.
Yeah.
I
Right.
see
Got
you.
it.
I see you when I look
see
down into the
you.
camera. Well,
Technology in all of its glorious forms.
Yes.
we really hope that that the words and the music, the poems and the prayers, the drum beats that we lift up will be of service to you out there in cyberspace and to each one of us as we become instruments of spirit individually and collectively. May all beings be blessed by our willingness to do this morning.
Yes. So thank you. And we will see you all back here in shortly. Thank you for being with us.
Come celebrate, gather together, come celebrate, one by one, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. Come celebrate, join in a circle, come celebrate, heart open wide, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. Celebrate, celebrate, come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, yes, celebrate, celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, gather together, come celebrate, side by side, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. We are one. We are one.
Oh, and so we invite you now to join us in honoring the four directions. Whether you're able or not to turn and physically face the four directions, we invite you to do so within or without, physically or mentally, but definitely spiritually. And so we'll begin by turning to the east, to the land, this place of the rising sun, of new beginnings, of infinite possibilities. And we'll turn at the sound of each Tibetan bowl. So facing the east.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
And then we turn and we face south. We face into the direction of the noonday sun, of abundance, of well-being.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
And then we turn to the west. We turn to the openness, to the direction of the setting sun, of letting go, of opening into the mystery of what is, of what comes next, of the unknown.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
we turn and face into the north, into the direction of midnight, of the dark night, of the challenges that are always present, that are calling us to stand firm in this present moment.
Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
And then we turn within. We turn to the realm of the Spirit, the infinite now that is unfolding within us and around us always.
Great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around. O great Spirit, O Holy One, O Holy Wonder, we turn within to embrace you each with our own understanding of who you are, how you are in our lives, but with a common longing to be ever more open and receptive to the free flow of love, Spirit, our oneness.
We gather with all of creation, with the two-leggeds and the four-leggeds, with the winged ones, the ones that swim and crawl, with rocks, trees, grasses, with the seas, the skies, the stars, the oceans, with the universe, with all of life. We affirm our oneness. We affirm we are one. Together, we are one. And once again, we
are one.
Feeling this deep connection, feeling this opportunity to be together, to connect heart to heart, across the energy, across the waves, across the internet and cyberspace. Here we are together. And for this, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
And so into this place of open-heartedness, we welcome our beloved brother in music, drummer extraordinaire, and wonderful vocalist who will share his heart with us. Everything must change.
Michael Madison, welcome.
There you go. You have to unmute me. There you go. Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everyone will change. No one stays the same. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold. 'Cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky. Hummingbirds do fly. winter turns to spring, a wounded heart will heal, but never much too soon. Yes, everything must change. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold. 'Cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly.
Thank you, Michael. Oh, that was so powerful. We'll see you back here in a minute. Oh, just kind of takes my breath away. Because if nothing else, the COVID times have sort of forced us to remember that everything must change, but that there are those things that remain the same, and our love for each other is one of them. The poem today is um, from Rumi, and it's translated by Coleman Barks, and the title is "Shadow and Light Source Both." How does a part of the world leave the world? How does wetness leave water? Don't try to put out fire by throwing on more fire. Don't wash a wound with blood. No matter how fast you run, your shadow keeps up, and sometimes it's in front. Only full overhead sun diminishes your shadow, but that shadow has been serving you. What hurts you blesses you. Darkness is your candle. Your boundaries are your quest. I could explain this, but it will break the glass cover on your heart. And there's no fixing that. You must have shadow and light source both. Listen. Listen and lay your head under the tree of awe. When from that tree feathers and wings sprout on you, be quieter than a dove. Don't even open your mouth for a coo. You must have shadow and light source both. So as we remember that, the shadow and the light and how they serve us, we now come to this time of communion, of um, connecting this physical manifestation of our metaphysical oneness. And I invite you to join me in breathing together, in remembering that we are literally all breathing in the same air, that we are breathing in air that Buddha and Christ breathed. So together, as we inhale, I invite you not to just ingest the air, but to fully digest it, to take it in mindfully and fully. And as we exhale, to let go to release all that is past so that we can come more fully present here into this moment now, this precious present moment. So we'll breathe together with the sound of the bowl 4 times. You'll hear the bell and take a deep inhale together. Exhaling, releasing. And again. Exhaling and letting go. Inhaling together. And once more. And exhaling. Truly, we are one as we breathe together. Now I want to invite Michael back for a Psalm 13. And I'm excited because he's going to be playing guitar, and I have not heard that before today. Welcome back, Michael. Madison.
Thank you. And actually, you know, this is a song that I heard a long time ago. It's from Psalm 42. I can't tell you who the name of the folks are that did it. There was just a small group, though, of young believers, Christians, back in the 70s. It's called basically Psalm 42. If you can hear me, I hope. And I have to look at the green dot, right?
Green dot.
As a deer longs for a river, so longs my soul for you, O God. As a dove yearns for the morning sunlight, so longs my soul for you. I must seek him whom my soul does love. I must seek him whom my soul does love. My soul does love. That's all we get for now.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you again. And I want to take this time to say how grateful we are for your presence and to welcome Casey James here to share her wisdom and words. And Casey is a certified grief recovery specialist, an author, a poet, an artist. She left brain, right brain, got that thing going on. And she serves on our Celebration Circle Council as our treasurer, and we're grateful for her presence and invite you to welcome me in joining Casey James here.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in. We appreciate this opportunity to share with you guys. So today, how's the volumes at? I don't know if you can even tell us, but hopefully you can hear it. You know, what's going on? What is going on right now, right? There's chaos and confusion and all the changes that we are experiencing, not just ourselves, but collectively. So the big part of what is happening is a world of grief. The entire world is grieving right now. You know, what is grief? We think of it, we always relate it to death. But it's actually the normal and natural reaction to loss of any kind of loss. And if you consider all the losses we are experiencing, that we have been experiencing since this entire COVID thing, and it's not just COVID, right? I mean, we have all been going through, the COVID alone has let us, some of us have lost jobs. Many of us have lost, you know, financial support of all kinds. And yes, there's been some things happening, but you also add in the political arena right now, the race situation right now. So many things are coming to a head and so many things have changed for so many people. And that's what grief is, the normal and natural reaction to loss of any kind. So you consider that the entire planet has experienced this. There isn't, I don't think there's any piece now that hasn't gotten a piece of what is happening with us. So what do we do? You know, I mean, how do we end up back to center? What do we do to try to hang on to our sanity? And how do we understand that, you know, for me with Michael, what is Michael going through? What am I going through? And how do we make this all work for each other, right? I mean, grief, you know, signs that grieving that we don't really talk about, right? We don't understand fully each other's way of, we can't experience what we are experiencing. I can experience mine and you, and how do we end up being on the same planet, in the same house, in the same job? How do we do that? What does that look like? First of all, we have to be honest about what we're feeling. So many people have sleep trouble right now. If you do, that's normal. Maybe not normal for you, but it's normal for the grief process. Eating patterns are different. You know, maybe not eating at all, maybe reaching for food every single time, drinking to excess, shopping to excess online, right? We're replacing all the things that we haven't been able to do. We haven't been able to connect in the ways that we are used to. I'm a hugger, right? That's a lot of people are huggers. It's hard to not hug. It's hard not to want to touch each other and to be with each other. And whether you believe something is going on or you believe it isn't, it doesn't matter. The world is still to the place where we aren't touching the same. We aren't connecting the same. Musicians, I've noticed it in Michael a lot, right? He's a musician who connecting all the musicians out there. My heart breaks for them because part of what makes them who they are is the connection, playing music together, you know, doing those things. And yes, Zoom and these platforms are wonderful. Thank you, Rudy and Zet, for even doing this, putting this together, because it is a substitute and it is a change. It is something that we are having to experience different. But a musician that is used to getting together with their band or with other musicians and creating together, it's been a very, very different experience. So the normal and natural reaction to loss is grief. We are all grieving. The entire planet, everybody is going through that. And if we can hold that for ourselves, that it's nothing wrong with us. We aren't broken. We are grieving. We are not, there is nothing wrong with Michael. There is nothing wrong with you. If you are experiencing no sleep, if you have gained weight or lost weight, if you don't know what to do, if you feel like you're isolated, we are. And the sad part about grieving, the worst things, one of the worst things we can do is isolate. But guess what we're having to do? Isolate. We have to do these things that we aren't normally, that's not part of our normal routine. So that alone is grief producing. It's the end of or a change in a familiar pattern of behavior. The end of or change in a familiar pattern of behavior causes grief. That's what we've done. We've caused grief. And so some of the things that we naturally do is STIRB. It's a grief recovery method term for short-term energy releasing behaviors, right? We go, let's just say cookies, go reach for a cookie, replacing the loss, trying not to deal with, go shopping a lot, go drink, more, or do those things that feel good in the moment. They just aren't sustainable. Not for good. You can sustain them for a while, but not for good. And another thing is, binge watching TV. Well, if you get on social media right now, or you get on YouTube right now, what are you going to find? You're going to find more ways to increase your anxiety. You're going to find more ways to, find things to fear. There's no shortage of information for us. There's no shortage. And no matter what you believe politically, no matter what you believe about COVID, no matter what you believe about it, spirituality, about God, you can find any number of resources to support that. So if you are already in fear, if you are living in fear and you go look for reasons to be fearful, guess what you're going to find? You're going to find them. You're going to find so much support of your fearfulness. I mean, you can find any number of ways to just lose your mind in watching videos or listening to audio of things that are wrong. We already know that. We already know that. That is not a way for us to begin moving through it, finding our way back to center. So what do? First of all, just to understand that is what is happening. What is happening is a world of grief. That is happening. And there is nothing we can do to change that. We just cannot. I know we've experienced things in life that we had no control of. This is one. All we can control is our world. My world with Michael, my world with my family, what I do, how I react, and how I react to somebody that I love's reactions. Does that make sense? We can't do anything. I can't control COVID. I can't control politics. I can vote. I can do those things that I am in control of. But whether what happens in an outcome of any election, an outcome of any outbreak, the outcome of any coup or any other thing that can be going on this planet, I am not going to control that. So that feeling of out of control, and then to go increase that by looking for things that support that, don't make sense for our health. They don't make sense for our emotional stability. What makes sense is to breathe. What makes sense is to stop. What makes sense is to find our way back to center. How do we do that? How do we support each other? How do we find a way to be less out there, less, untethered, finding our way back to our center? What is it for you? I know for Michael, it's music. It's always been, the drum has been for him, his mental health from when he was young, and still now he uses it. You know, music, singing and making lyrics and doing those things for him is very important. This for me does it. Poetry for me does it. Connecting with people and trying to share what I have learned through, you know, the tragedies in my life, my father's suicide, my daughter's death, those things have gifted me the ability to stand here and go, okay, I can't do anything about certain things. I can't do anything about certain things. And I know that change is going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And we have just been gifted COVID that brought us right here to say, guess what, people? This is happening with or without your permission. So we need to find our way back to center. We need to find our way back to what brings us to a more complete version of ourselves. And we need to try to stay connected, because isolation is detrimental to when you are feeling so isolated anyway. And you can be in the same household and feel isolated. Michael and I are a perfect example of how things can really be difficult, even when you love each other deeply. And let's just use the race thing. It's no secret that we are different colors. On the inside, we are not, but on the outside, we are. That is just a fact. And I wouldn't have imagined in a million years that Michael and I could ever have any trouble with that. And I'm not saying we have big trouble, but we've had deep discussions about what is this? I will never know what it's like to wear this color of skin, and he won't ever know what it's like for me. So what do? If he's angry at this, you know, at this color, and that is something that he's experienced, what is my job in that? What is our job? What if you had a child that believed differently than you? What if you had a child that didn't believe in God and you did? What if your best friend voted for the opposite person? Are you going to give up those things? Is it really worth it to undo a love for something on the outside of us? For something that is temporary? I mean, I just can't imagine that. So trying to get through that struggle and back to the center. You know, what is it keep Michael and I together? What is it that keeps us together? He needs to be whole by himself. I need to be whole by myself. You need to be whole by yourself. And then hopefully you're with somebody, that we are with people, friends, family, that can hold the space for us to say, wow, I never thought about that before. I might not agree. I might not know what to do. I might not know how to explain what I feel. I might not be able to explain what I need, but I need to be honest and try. And then when you're with somebody, if we can just be quiet and listen to that, listen to what we need. What do you need? What do I need? Be honest about that. It doesn't serve us to pretend that we aren't grieving. It doesn't serve us to pretend that everything is okay. Yes, looking for the light in the dark. Yes, do that. But don't pretend it doesn't hurt if it hurts. Pain is just part of life. It just doesn't have to be permanent. It can be temporary. This is temporary. All of it's temporary. Everything must change. So what's going on right now, right? What do we do to bring ourselves back to center? Find those creative outlets. I believe we are all created to be creative. Everybody says, oh, I don't sing, or I don't this, or I don't that, but we have a desire inside of us to create. Create. Find something that you've never done before. Stay connected to people. Connect through any ways you can. If you can meet in a park and stay 6 feet apart, do that. Go walk. Go find, that person, or connect on the phone. Connect. Call. Somebody else is feeling just like you do. Somebody else is feeling so isolated, so so confused about what is going on. So let's do what we know works. It works to stay connected. It works to create. For Michael, it's music. For me, one of the things, and he didn't know we were going to do this and I'm going to do this, but how we met was through jazz poets in San Antonio. Poetry for me is a big deal. I love it. I love to do it. And this poem that I'm getting ready to read came up on my memory on Facebook. So I thought, oh, this is appropriate.
You're gonna make me cry again.
No, I'm not going to make him cry, but I'm going to have you play drum while I do this. Just like, this is how we met. And I thought it was appropriate. But, you know, check in with each other. Check in with yourself. What do you need? You know, what do you need? What do you need to do to come back to center? Are we going to be fixed? No, because we're not broken. We're just experiencing this tremendous loss of safety and, you know, permanence and normalcy and all these craziness, you know, that we are experiencing now. Here we are. Here we are. And what are we going to choose? I want to choose to keep finding the light in the dark. I want to choose keep finding peace in the chaos. That's what I want to choose. And I'm hoping that somehow my words and Michael's music can help somebody. You know, we're just real. We're just being real together, trying to figure out how to do all of this. We don't know. But what we're doing works. We struggled even last night. And this morning, I said, you know, we were just gifted what we're going to do today. We were just gifted that. Because if we can find our way back to center through all the things that we've experienced, then maybe somebody else can see that. And maybe that would be a blessing to somebody. I don't know, but I'm hoping so. So this is a poem I wrote called Possibility, Not Promise. Life is uncertain. No matter the extent of our plan making, things change. We prepare for situations, and situations arise that we are unprepared for. Life happens. We are not promised ease, or joy, or simplicity, or tomorrows. But the possibilities for all of these exist, even within the uncertainty. The choice for those things is ours. The promise of possibility is certain. For within the midst of turmoil and chaos or pain, when we allow ourselves to focus on the light, no matter how dim, we are making the choice for the hope of something better. We are choosing to live life, broken promises or not. Do not allow the expectations of promise steal the potential of your possibility. Today is here. Today will be what you make it, and possibly even better.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, we can't hear that.
Thank you. So much to feel and think and be in your words and your heart. Thank you for sharing, both of you. I'm going to invite Cee Jay Black to lead us now in a meditation as we focus on coming back to center. Welcome, Cee Jay.
Thank you, Zet. Thank you, Zet. You are being invited, called, if you will, with eyes open or eyes closed, sitting in a comfortable position to dive down deep to your core, your center, amidst the chaos of life, amidst any thoughts of confusion at this time. I invite you, along with me, to dive beneath the chaos, deeper yet beneath that which unnerves you. I invite you to be still. Listen. Listen to the drum beat. Follow it. Follow it to your center, to the deep stillness that lies within you, that you know breathe. Allow yourself to sink into the calm of Mother Earth as she supports you in every way you need. Feel being supported. Feel being secure. Feel the beat of the drum. Feel not needing to know what lies ahead. Feel yourself trusting. Breathe into trust. Trusting. Trusting that all is well. Trusting that all will be well. Trusting that all is working for your highest good in this situation, here. Now. As you breathe deeply into this moment, feel supported. Feel secure. Feel safe. Feel love. Feel your heart expanding, opening ever wider, allowing yourself as you sink ever deeper to rest inside this blanket of safety, of pure trusting. Feel the connection with sacred Mother Earth, with Great Spirit. Feel the grounding effects of this divine collaboration in this moment, here, now. As you open into the safety, into the expanse of this pure love, as you open to receive, here, now. Know that in this moment, everything is exactly as it should be. Here, now. Allow the drum to take you to yet a deeper place of surrender. Feel the sweetness of this moment. Let it drip all over you. Here, now. Take this sweetness and place it gently into your heart. Allow this feeling right now to expand. Breathe. Open. Breathe into the safety that you now feel. Breathe into this moment. Here, now. Breathe. At your own pace, allow your consciousness to come back into your body, your divine body. Allow your consciousness to come back into this sacred space we've co-created, into this sacred moment. Allowing yourself the freedom to re-enter this moment in your own way, in your own time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is.
In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks. Give thanks for the gifts of life. The one light shines through all of creation with hands and hearts open wide. We lift our voices in celebration. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks.
So we lift up our love offerings and we place them with our hands and our hearts into the basket. So we speak the words, I give to you, O Spirit, as you have given to me, with heart wide open. Together, I give to you, O Spirit, as you have given to me, with heart wide open. And we lift up the names, the situations in the prayer circle. If you have a name or a situation to send, please email us at circle@celebrationscircle.org or place it here in the comments section. So we lift these up. We lift all these names. We lift all these individuals, all these challenges, seeming challenges. We lift them up into the light and we hold up the offerings, the gifts in this basket that support the work of the Celebration Circle. And for this, we are thankful. We are grateful. We offer up it all to Spirit. So it is. Now we welcome back Michael Madison with What's Going On, Michael?
Hi. Oh, it's counting down. Hi again. This is interesting, zooming back and forth between each other and just being where you are, being where we are, and thinking about it. I guess part of what happened in our conversations relates to part of what is going on with all of us. And so I was going to attempt to do this on one instrument, but went back to my familiar one.
Center.
Mother, far too many of you crying. Brother, there are far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find our way to bring some loving here today. Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we got to find our way to bring some love in here today. Bigger signs, bigger lines, don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Hey, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you. And anybody out there that can support Circle and what they're doing, they are alive in the community in San Antonio and surrounding, and they are just trying to bring peace and love and connection. So if you can support them today, please do. And thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you.
What beautiful, open, loving hearts you two have. Casey and Michael, thanks for sharing your love, your warmth, your wisdom with the circle.
And CJ for your
Oh, yeah,
meditation.
of course.
And I just have a few announcements to make, and then we'll do our closing circle. Love is the only power. So you can find out more about Casey and her grief work, grief recovery work at kcjames.com. And Michael, as always, is out playing music whenever he can. These days, not so much, but 2 weeks from today, we will be having our first public celebration circle at the Josky Pavilion at Brackenridge Park. It's a covered pavilion. There's picnic tables, but bring a chair. We will be following all the CDC protocol, social distancing, masks, taking temperatures, cleansing before. And so I hope you'll join us. It's a beautiful spot on the San Antonio River.
And I'd like to say, even those of you who've been practicing an abundance of caution, as you well might, you could come and be at the edges of the pavilion, yards away from anybody.
Or sit in your car.
And sit in your car and you'll still get the vibe. It's a beautifully reverberant space. You'll be out in a park surrounded by nature, ducks and geese and
there's
wildlife.
A children's playground. We did get a call from Parks and Rec that said there were egrets nesting on the playground. So I don't know if children will be able to play there then, but we might be seeing nesting egrets.
So even if you think, you know, I can't be in the circle, I don't want to be in the closing circle, I want to sit even 6 feet from people, it's not a problem. You can sit 10 yards away, 20 yards away, and still have a lovely experience and be a part of our community physically. Of course, we're connected across cyberspace, but just being in the space together, and you'll definitely hear the circle band and be down by the river in as beautiful spot as you could ask for. So please do plan to join us. October 25th, 11 o'clock as usual, till about noon. Plenty of spots to picnic afterwards if you want to bring
lots of spots
lunch.
And beautiful tables and spaces out throughout the park. So bring your loved one and loved ones and sit in the park and enjoy and be with us. A couple other things that next Sunday, Reverend Mary Schaefer will be
good.
here speaking about the cosmic connection, based on a quote from Brene Brown and her work on vulnerability. And then also we will have Wednesday night meditation happens at 7:30 to 8 with Angel Santiago and Graham Whitley. So those are opportunities for you to midweek connect and find your way back to center. Another opportunity. Um, and I know everybody's tired of Zoom and online and trying to connect that way, but it's what we got right now. So take advantage of it. Last, we have our mandala workshop is tomorrow night from 6 to 8 with Natalie Burtonshaw. And that is a Zoom call. So you can find it on our Celebration Circle Facebook page. The Zoom link is there. And Natalie will be guiding us. You just need some scissors and paper. Cut a circle about 8 inches out of some white paper. And then you just need some magazines and to sit with yourself and another way for you to find that connection and that way back to your center. It's a great opportunity and fun, and we all get to share at the end. And so join Natalie for that tomorrow night at 6:00. Anything else? I think Carl is posting all the details up on the website. On the comment section. So we're going to now join together in our
and by the way, thanks for all of you who did comment and do comment on Sunday mornings. It's really fun just to hear from you. We can't see your faces, but if you're just logging in and waving, saying hi, it's helpful. It's wonderful. It helps us remember.
And there's also this thing called a watch party that Facebook does, and you can start a Facebook watch party. And you just watch it, but it invites other people to watch it with you. So if you're comfortable with sharing Celebration Circle with other people on Facebook, then do so. And let people know too, if they're not Facebook people, that it's live on YouTube every Sunday morning. So again, opportunities are everywhere for us to come back to center. And thank you for that reminder. Casey and Michael and Cee Jay. We're so very grateful. And we're going to remember now that what brings us here, what keeps us together is love. Love is the only power. And I'm going to bring Casey and Michael and Cee Jay back.
Join us all connected across time and space together. We remember.
Got to lean in.
Love is the
only end.
Love is
the
way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow. Love is the only power. Love is the only way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you so much for.
Thank you.
Grateful for your presence. Yes.
Thank you.
We love you. We bless you.
We see
Peace.
Go in peace.
But thanks so much. I am grateful.
Thank you.
Grateful for this day. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye for now.
Hello forever. So thank you all for being with us today. I know Carl is posting right now, just giving you all the details about what went on today. And I want to thank Carl Franklin for being our comment specialist. We need a better term for that, don't we? Carl, we'll have to think of what that could be rather than comment specialist. I do want to say too that we had a very successful Sacred Art of Altars event. So to this point in time, we've raised about $5,500, we have 10 altars left, and some of them are here behind me. We had a little glitch right at the closing for a couple people. So we're going to put these 10 that are left back up on Facebook as an opportunity for people to bid on them. And the starting bid is $75. There's some really beautiful ones. So I hope you'll consider that and continue to be a part of the Celebration Circle. Thank you and blessings. Bye-bye.